All right, let's do this. Perfect. Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in this morning here with Blair today. My name is Alexandria Anderson, the Director of Marketing and Events for the Chamber.
And I'm Blair Schlecter, Vice President of Economic Development and Government Affairs.
Excellent. So we're here today to tell you a little bit more about some of the government affairs topics that are coming down the pipeline that relate not only to our members but also the greater community as a whole, and they probably will have some impacts on your business. So we want to inform our members of this so we continue to empower our members to thrive by being an invaluable resource for optimizing connections. But before we get started today, I did want to send a quick note and reminder that we actually have the largest networking event in Beverly Hills coming up. It's our summer garden party. That's coming up on June 26th in Beverly Canyon Gardens from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and that is our annual membership appreciation event. So it's a great opportunity for members to network with one another, network with the community as a whole, network with city dignitaries. It's a great party. I know everyone has a fun time. I know Blair's been in the past, right?
Absolutely, one of the best events of the year. Yeah. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so that's coming up on June 26th. Make sure that you do register. Registration is required, and all members of the Chamber do have 2 tickets to that event. So, Blair, your title is the Vice President of Economic Development and Government Affairs. In layman's terms, what does that exactly mean?
I often get asked that question, Alex, and sort of in plain English. My job is to advocate for businesses. We have over 700 member businesses across a wide variety of spectrums, business, hospitality, healthcare, infrastructure development. And our job is to track legislation, represent the business's interests at the local, state, and federal level. So it could mean anything from helping someone navigate a permit issue with the city of Beverly Hills, dealing with a local ordinance, advocating for a certain position on legislation. At the state level, doing a similar thing, looking out for legislation that could impact businesses positively or negatively, and same at the federal level. Also to keep businesses informed about what's going on, what are the key issues that are going on in Beverly Hills and beyond. We have a lot of members who are outside Beverly Hills, so we do work for them also. So we're not just Beverly Hills only focused, but that is one of our primary areas. And that's kind of the main side. And then I also do economic development work, which is kind of shorthand for attracting and retaining businesses in the city. And we do a lot of work with the city of Beverly Hills in partnership with them to help make that happen.
Excellent. Well, thank you for a little bit of background on that. I guess you could say a nutshell of what you do on the day-to-day. Blair did mention the economic development work that he does and that we do as a whole. We'll probably save that topic for another chamber chat here in the future. But today we look forward to informing you of some key issues happening on both the local, regional, and state level regarding legislation. So we'll get started on that. Can you tell us a little bit about the Dynamics case, which is impacting employees versus independent contractors, and a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. This has been a really big issue in the state of California. So last year, the California Supreme Court issued a decision called Dynamics, which redefined how people are classified as independent contractors versus employees. And in kind of in a nutshell, the key issue is that in a lot of cases, if you're in the same line of work as a bigger company you want to work for as a freelancer, you may be classified now as an employee rather than independent contractor. And that's caused a lot of concern in the business community, because if someone wants to be a freelance graphic designer and they want to work for a graphic design firm, that could cause challenges, because under the current interpretation, they may be classified now as employee and no longer have the choice, if they wanted to work as an independent contractor. So there's been a coalition of business groups that are looking into this issue. Our chamber is really following this closely because we're concerned about the decision, and legislation is currently making its way that would sort of provide a number of exceptions to the rule, and we're looking to sort of strengthen those exceptions and really make it a little more flexible, so our business environment provides the ability to be an independent contractor if you want to be one.
Okay. Yeah, that could definitely have some pretty big implications, so thank you for the update on that. Next topic is the sales of fur, crocodile, alligator skins, and similar animals. I know that there are a few things statewide that are potentially coming down the pipeline for that. But if you don't have any clue about what's going on, can you give us a little bit of a background on that and where you think it might be headed, implications for our businesses, things like that?
Yeah, to give you a little background, a lot of businesses both within Beverly Hills and statewide sell fur and alligator skins in a variety of different products. It's a major industry throughout the state. So there's a bill, AB 44, that would ban the sale of most fur. Our chamber is opposed to it. We're very concerned about potential lost jobs in the area, hit to businesses that might close as a result of this. We don't think we think there's a better way in terms of regulating these areas if there's concern about animal welfare, which is something we're very concerned about as well, but we don't think a ban is the right way to go. So right now that bill, AB 44, just passed the Assembly, the State Assembly in California. So that's going to move on to the State Senate. We continue to work with a bunch of coalition partners to try and work out a compromise. We're seeking kind of a position where we're happy with some regulation, but we don't want to see a ban. And same on the side of alligator and crocodile skins. We're working on introducing a bill in the state Senate that would allow alligator and crocodile skins to continue to be sold, so our merchant community can remain strong.
Great. Well, thank you for the update on that.
Yeah.
I know we're Beverly Hills, so a lot of luxury retail happens here, so we're really working for our members on that front. So I know there are a couple of other bills that are coming down the pipeline potentially. Can you give us your recommendations and your insights onto those other bills that are happening?
Yeah, definitely. So one other bill that our chambers actually just opposed is called Assembly Bill 1356, and what that would require is a certain amount of cannabis licenses for every liquor license. So basically, if you had, say, one liquor license or 6 liquor licenses, you'd have to have a cannabis license in every city, or
that ratio.
Yeah, or
okay.
that ratio, or it would be dependent on your population, one for every 15,000 residents. And so our chamber is concerned about that because really aren't ratios in other businesses. You don't have one shoe store for every 6 clothing stores. So it really doesn't make sense to mandate a strict ratio. It's not really consistent with how business works. So we're opposed to that, both on kind of local control concerns, but also just in terms of our economy and how it fits into what we want to do here. So we've opposed that. We've also been looking at a lot of legislation impacting the beverage industry. There's been a lot of soda taxes. Obviously, there are health concerns with soda, but there's a lot of regulations that would say you can't put it near counters, you can't put it in certain places. And that would really harm a lot of these small markets. One bill, AB 765, was proceeding to legislators, now kind of died for the current time. But those are the kind of things that we will look out for to protect our small business community.
Good. Well, thank you for the updates on those. I know sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating, I guess you could say, with these bills. So thanks for putting them in layman's terms and always informing our members of things that are happening within that realm. So the Metro, we all know that the Metro is expanding. What is the latest news on how that progression is happening and impacting our community?
Yeah, just to give a little high-level overview. So the Purple Line subway is working its way under construction right now. There's going to be 2 stops in Beverly Hills, one at Wilshire and La Cienega, and one at Wilshire in Beverly, or Reeves Drive. And the Reeves Drive one is really the one where a lot of activities taking place right now.
Okay.
Currently it's in what's called utility relocation, which is moving around a series of pipes and things like that. There's some traffic restrictions going on. We expect later in the year for some more major construction activity going on. The best way kind of to stay involved is we provide informational updates to our members about what's going on, how to stay up to date about it, and we're working really closely with both the city, LA Metro, and our business stakeholders to make sure that businesses are protected during this time.
Good. Well, thank you. I know that we tend to inform our members on a wide range of topics and through a lot of different mediums too. It's not just our newsletters, but it's also through informational seminars. I know we have Metro stakeholder meetings. Are they monthly now?
Yeah, we do monthly stakeholder meetings to kind of keep those businesses really that are adjacent to the construction really even more closely informed about what's going on. And we also do a government affairs newsletter once a month that goes out and kind of keeps people informed. Hey, what are the key issues going on? Here's what we're doing on behalf of our members. Here's how we can help.
Awesome, thank you. Oh, right, and then tobacco sales. I know that there's a lot of activity ranging around tobacco sales right now within our city, so would you like to inform the people on updates with that?
Yeah, the city over the past few months has been looking at policy that would limit the sale of tobacco in Beverly Hills, and what ultimately the city council is going towards is basically a limitation on certain merchants selling it. Starting in 2021, most local retailers would be restricted from selling any tobacco.
Okay.
There'd be exceptions for hotels selling to guests through a concierge service, as well as there's 3 tobacco membership lounges.
Cigar
lounges in Beverly Hills that would be exempted from that.
Okay.
So obviously our role in that was really to make sure that some of these local businesses were protected. We helped advocate for them before City Council and tried to work out a compromise, and we think we ended up in a fairly good place.
Good, okay. Well, thank you for the update on that. So if any of these topics have struck a chord with anyone watching or listening, what would be the best way for them to get involved?
Yeah, we have a monthly Government Affairs Committee meeting for members. It's the second Thursday of every month here at the Chamber. It's a great way to learn about what's going on. We can provide informational updates. Sometimes it's about the subway, sometimes it's about legislation, sometimes it's about local issues within Beverly Hills. So we really encourage you to come out to that. It's complimentary for members, so encourage you to get involved if you're not already. If you're a member, to come to the event, and if you're not a member, to join so you can come and learn about all the great stuff we're doing and keeping people informed.
Okay, excellent. So the next one for that is June 13th here at the Chamber from 4 to 5 o'clock, and that is the Government Affairs Committee meeting. And as Blair said, their ongoing schedule is the second Thursday?
Second Thursday every month, yeah.
Second Thursday of every month, and that schedule, of course, is put out every Monday in our Chamber our Chamber newsletter that goes out at 10 a.m. on Mondays. So if you're chomping at the bit to either attend the Government Affairs Committee meeting or another Chamber upcoming event, we do produce over 150 events and programs per year, so we're wildly active, I guess you could say. So here is a brief update on some of those upcoming events and programs that we are offering some of our members. So this evening actually is our Chairman's Circle reception. If you are a member of the Chairman's Circle, you have received that exclusive invitation probably a couple of times from our Director of Membership, Michelle Green. This is a great opportunity for our Chairman's Circle members to network with one another, but it is exclusive to members of the Chairman's Circle only. But a reminder for those members that the reception is tonight. Next would be June 5th, so that's just next Wednesday, if you can believe we're almost in June. That's our Economic Development Council luncheon. So that is actually a group that Blair runs, so I'll let him tell you a little bit more about what our EDC members, our Economic Development Council members, can expect at that luncheon.
Yeah, so our Economic Development Council is sort of a group within the Chamber, so it's a separate membership group. Meets once a month, typically at Spago, where we have an opportunity to hear from some high-level speakers, CEOs, politicians. This month we're hearing from Mayor John Mears of the City of Beverly Hills, so we're really excited about that. It's a great group to be involved in, so if any of you all out there are interested in getting more involved in that, I'm happy to tell you more about it. We have a record number of members, and we continue to grow the group, and looking forward to more to come in the coming months.
Good. Well, thanks for the update on that one. And then briefly, the next few upcoming events that we have happening. So June 6th, that would be next Thursday, is our next Get to Know Your Chamber. Get to Know Your Chamber is a great opportunity if you are not yet a member, potentially a new member, or maybe a longtime member just looking to educate yourself on all the different opportunities that we do offer our members. Again, it's called Get to Know Your Chamber. It's next Thursday morning, June 6th from 8 to 9:30 a.m. just here at our chamber office. The event is complimentary, and again, it's about an hour and a half, a little bit of networking at the front end and the back end with about an hour-long presentation from the staff talking about all the different benefits of membership and how to best maximize your investment with the chamber, because we know that our members don't only invest their money with us, but they also invest their time. Your time is your money, so we want to make sure that we're valuing your time as much as possible and educating our members how to best maximize that time with us. So again, that's June 6th here at the Chamber. June 11th, we have our next Business Needs to Know seminar, and that is about branding and branding concepts at the Chamber. So that's from 5 to 6:30 p.m. On June 12th is our next Healthcare Professionals Networking event at the district just down the way. That's from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. So the healthcare professionals mixers are great if you are in those sectors. Yes, it's a perfect networking opportunity for you, but also if you do business with those sectors. So it's not just exclusive to healthcare professionals. If you're an avid networker and would like to join us, please join us on June 12th for that healthcare professionals mixer. And then June 14th, which is Friday the 14th, we have our June networking breakfast. That's at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse from 8 o'clock to 9:30 a.m. Again, that's our monthly networking breakfast. We typically see about 100 attendees at those events, so definitely a great way to network with our chamber community and community as a whole. Again, that's June 14th. And I started this video with a little push for the summer garden party. We'll end it with it too. June 26th is the annual membership appreciation event. Every member of the chamber gets 2 tickets to the event. RSVP is required. It's our summer garden party, and that's June 26th, just down in Beverly Cannon Gardens. Beautiful space. There's lots of food, beverage, entertainment. You'll be hearing from our outgoing chairman of the board, Mr. Charles Black, and you'll be hearing from our incoming chairwoman of the board, Ms. Deborah Kallick from Cedars-Sinai. So we hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about some of the different laws that may impact your business. And we really encourage you to get involved, whether it's at the GAC, whether it's at the Get to Know Your Chamber event this next week. And if you do have any questions on advocacy, government affairs, or anything chamber related, feel free to comment it below or contact us online as well. Thank you.
Thank you.